तो ऐसे तो मैंने इंटरव्यू में कई सारे क्राइटेरिया पे आपको मार्क्स दिए जाते हैं। इट्स नॉट अबाउट द क्वेश्चन एंड द आंसर। तो क्वेश्चन कुछ और पूछा जाएगा और अंडरनीथ जो मार्किंग क्राइटेरिया है वो कुछ और होगी। ठीक है। तो बहुत सारा मतलब हम इंटरेक्शन हमारे बीच में हो चुकी है, सो आई नो मोस्ट ऑफ द पार्ट ऑफ योर इंट्रोडक्शन एंड अदर थिंग्स। सो आई विल बी फोकसिंग मोर ओवर द सब्जेक्ट, है ना। तो सबसे पहले तुम मुझे ये बताओ कि हाउ डू यू डिफाइन नेचुरल रिसोर्सेज?
So natural resources are naturally occurring substances that are present on the earth. They are present on from the since the time of the evolution of earth, which earth. Some of the examples would include rivers, uh, forest, soil, mountains, mineral resources, etc.
So should we also consider sunlight, solar
Yes, sir,
energy
sure,
as a
sir.
resource? But that is not present
Yes,
on
sir.
Earth.
Sir, but sir, most of the basic energy comes from sun only. Sir, our life, in fact, evolves around because of the presence of sun energy. So it should be considered a natural resource.
Okay, so it's just a rhetorical question for you. Like we get most of the energy from sun, the entire ecosystem and everything. We are being run through sun only. So in order to produce energy or in order to produce day-to-day energy consumption like electricity and everything, why we started with other resources like finding energy through coal or finding energy through or other non-renewable sources, but we did not explore more of sun solar energy. So why it did happen? Do you have anything to say
Uh,
about?
so even though in the very start, in fact, we used sun as a source of energy initial days because I remember we used to be taught how even a simple bowl of food used to be kept outside to be cooked with the help of sun. But sir, there are certain problems, sir. It requires a huge amount of energy. Just a little bit of sunlight would not be suffice to produce the amount of energy that is required for our population. Secondly, also, so since just a little bit of cannot be utilized, it has to be utilized through a proper, well-developed infrastructure like for solar voltaic cell, photovoltaic cells. And this entire technology required a huge amount of resources, funding, and studies. On the other hand, easier forms of energy like coal or petroleum, natural gases, even direct combustion of these energy was easily able to give a huge amount of energy. So I think that is why we did not explore solar energy much in the initial days.
So now, when we are trying to change our habit or approach of energy consumption and moving towards renewable energy, so why, in terms of automobiles, I'm talking, why we are not focusing on getting energy through sun or wind or other renewable energy sources? Why we are moving towards electrical vehicle?
Uh, so I think one of the reasons could be the supply of this energy, sir. When solar energy are created, they have to be supplied to discoms and then to be supplied further. So I think it's not easier to use solar energy directly in vehicles. On the other hand, electronic vehicles which are made from batteries, they are less, they cause less pollution. They're easily made and they are mobile. So they can be transferred to one vehicle to another. It can be used in that easy manner. That is why I think solar energy was not utilized in this direction.
So,
There could be other reasons, but I think this is one of the reasons I'm
yeah, let
aware
me
of.
ask a question again, which is based on your analytical ability. The pollution that we are creating, or the pollution which exists right now, even if you are not creating that, but pollution is there. How pollution disturbs our natural resource system?
Sir, first of all, in pollution, there are a lot of unwanted toxic gases, or we also call them greenhouse gases, are released. Also, aerosols are released. These aerosols and greenhouse gases, they capture the heat and does not emit it back to the space. So they create a heat ecosystem around the earth called as greenhouse effect. So in this way, it leads to overall rise in temperature, which is in turn causing climatic changes. Another reason here is the fumes that are released, especially sulfur dioxide, nitrogen dioxide, they are not good for our health. They're responsible for acid rain. They choke our respiratory system, causes difficulty in breathing and diseases like asthma. This is also the reasons why pollution caused from vehicles is not good for our health.
No, I was talking about how pollution is impacting the current state of natural resource. Like, is pollution is disturbing or destroying the other natural resources?
Okay, sir. Yes, sir. Definitely, sir. Like as I said, example of water, rainwater. Rainwater is harmful for soil, also for the plant growth. Also, pollution because of pollution, huge amount of carbon dioxide is increased. That is creating trouble for various aquatic animals and birds and other biodiversity. Trees also get affected by pollution because these large amount of intoxic gases might affect their photosynthetic processes also.
Uh, so, uh, have you heard about RERA?
No, sir, I'm not aware.
Any other policy to safeguard uh, any of the natural resource that you recall, that you can recall that you have studied recently?
Um, Sir, Wildlife Protection Act to conserve our biodiversity. Under this, we have established certain boxes where we have classified the species into how much endangered and vulnerable they are and how much protection they are required. Also, we have established natural uh, biodiversity reserves, wildlife sanctuaries, national parks to reserve the biodiversity. Under this, there are various authorities also established, like National Tiger Conservation Authority, who are responsible for conservation of flagship species in our ecosystem. Uh, I'm currently able to recall this conservation. There are others as well, like we have for green air, we have I'm unable to recall the exact name, but for this we are monitoring the air pollution. We have established systems for monitoring the air amount of particulate matter which is present for the PM 2.5 to PM 0.1. Around that also we are measuring to ensure the pollution is at limited level.
Uh, so the another point is, like, all these policies that is being made mostly are coming as in rules and restrictions over how we are utilizing or using the natural resources, and also the malpractices like smuggling and other things that happens through on the resources. So my question is that, uh, can you recall or suggest any community action for targeting any of the resource, natural resource, with, like, how community actually helps in safeguard or conserve the natural resource?
So community practices have helped in saving natural resources for millions of years, and they can continue to do so. So they are very important in conservation of forests and wildlife ecosystems, especially in tribal regions. Also for conservation of water resources, community can play a major role. Like they can establish their own ponds and areas around lakes where they can help in safeguarding the regular usage of water. Will help in safeguarding the existing natural resource because it will not lead to entry of in unwanted pollutants in the river.
Uh, what what do you want to do ahead? Like, what are your future goals? And how do you think that this course will help you in reaching there?
Sir, through this course, I really wish to be the part of environment and climate change profession in our country. I really wish to ensure that the impact of climate change is minimized on marginalized and vulnerable sections of our society. They are deeply impacted by the increasing pollution, climate change, declining natural resources, while they are the least contributors to it. So I really wish to do something to ensure that they are included in this thing and they get the minimized impact. Like for example, women. We can take the example of farmers. Women. I would like to explain. Women collect water. Sir, sir, but extreme weather events like droughts and all, they become very much burden, especially on rural women who have to go on take water and keep the water resources for their home. Similarly, farmers who are dependent upon natural resources directly for their income, they are the worst affected from climate change. So I really wish to someday find solutions for them and ensure that their life is more easy and prosperous in this increasing weather and climatic changes.
Okay. Do you have any question for us? Like for the program or about the program or about the
Yes,
institution
sir.
itself?
Sir, I would like to know about field visits, sir, where exactly the field visits are and what exactly we have to work about in them.
You can do that by yourself also. So
Focus.
having the student I card of tests from the same course, I think you'll have more authority to peek deeper into the any of the area that you want. चलो ठीक है.
सर कैसा